This is our lesson for lesson 10, our video for lesson 10. I'm not quite sure what page we're on. I don't have my book in front of me, but you guys can find this page, okay? And it's asking if a student uses a ruler like this to measure the length of their foot, which choices would be appropriate measurements? Select all that apply. So we're looking at the specifics of each of these different measurements. Could a student measure his foot or her foot to be 9¼ inches? How about 9 5/64 inches? Well, the idea here is, what's that ruler broken down into? Here's 1 inch. What are each of those other little measurements in between? If that's an inch, then this would be a 1/2 inch. This would be a 1/4 inch. This would be an 1/8 of an inch. And if you look at your ruler closer, you notice these little hash marks, they have different sizes. The longest one is at the inches, smaller ones are at the 1/2 inches, the next smaller ones are at the 1/4 inches, and so on. So as we're thinking about which of these measurements could they get, on this ruler they couldn't get to 9 5/64 because those markings don't go down to the 64th place. Similarly with the centimeters, we could hit 23½ centimeters. Again, here's 1/2 centimeter. If this is 2 centimeters and this is 3, that's 3½ centimeters. But we couldn't get 23.475659 centimeters exactly, right? So I would say this one. Yes, we could get 9¼ No, I marked this wrong. No, we could not get that one. No, we could not get that one. 23.48, I'm a little iffy on that one. So we could get to 4 and then not quite to halfway. That might be 4/8. So maybe we could get there. Not sure if we could measure that exactly or not. We should be doing this exercise with a ruler. This says, here is a scale drawing of an average size 7th grader's foot next to a scale drawing of a foot belonging to the person with the largest feet in the world. Estimate the length of the larger foot. So this is just a picture, right? It's a kind of a scale drawing, but we don't know how long it is. It's a scale drawing of a foot. What they want you to notice here is if we kind of compare the 7th grader's foot to the foot of the longest person, or person with the longest foot in the world, we notice that the 7th grader's foot, that's about half, that's about half, that's about another half. So it's about 1½ times, the largest foot in the world is about 1½ times the average 7th grader's foot. So here's the question. Measure your foot. How long is it? I have no idea how long a 7th grader's foot is. And then can you do it times 1½ Can you figure out whatever that number was times 1.5, or your foot length, and then take half of it and add it on at the end, the average or the foot length of the largest feet in the world. So we're going to skip after this exercise. I want you to pause, measure your foot if you can, and try to estimate that large foot. We're going to skip the next exercise about the triangle on the map, because it's better to do all as a class and we just are not together today. So we're going to skip to activity 10.3, and it says this is a new drawing of a playground. Here's a scale drawing of a playground, and notice we have sides A, B, C, and D, and it tells us that the scale is 1 centimeter to 30 meters. So I'm going to draw myself a T-chart here. And again, I want you to do the same thing. Get used to drawing these T-charts. We're going to use them a lot this year. I'm going to draw a long one, because this one we're actually going to do a couple things with. So we have our side lengths. Our scale is 1 centimeter, represents 30 meters. And I want you to actually take out a ruler and measure side A, side B, side C, and side D. Okay, I don't know how long they are, but measure those with a ruler and put them in here in your chart. And write down the actual lengths of the sides, okay? So to go from the actual down to the scale, we would divide by 30, or from the scale up to the actual size, we would multiply by 30, okay? So pause here, measure those things in your book, and fill out that T-chart.